Hello folks, welcome back to Gelvin Valley Farming Simulator 15. We are ready to harvest. It is just past 5 in the morning here. We are deeply in debt. As it turns out, I had to fast forward the game through a whole day because of a mod that I had in the folder, which meant that, or which kept the growth states of crops from changing during the day. It only happens at midnight each night, so it wasn't quite ready. And because of this mod, we would have to wait out the whole day until we're ready to harvest. So I fast forwarded another day, which piled up interest on top of interest, and we are 50,000 in the hole. Now the bank knows that we are right on the cusp of harvest, and the revenue will be coming in shortly, so they've been very patient. And indeed, as we look out across the valley, we can even see our fields, some of them off in the distance that are ripe for harvest. It is also morning, as we see here, and I want to look at the sky again. We have the Milky Way galaxy kind of right above us, and we can see the reddish tinge of the morning coming. That's going to fade, so I'd like to get ready for harvest, and where I took the pains to get our equipment up here to the dealership, and I'm going to go around the corner, and oh yeah, look at that. That is quite a red sky. Yeah, red sky at morning, sailor take warning, they say. Let us... Oh, this is for selling. Never mind. I just need to hit the peak. I would like to get the same header that we typically have had the past couple times. I think this is it right here. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So we're going to rent it because we, as we can see up here, we're 50 in debt. There's no way it's going to let us just buy it. It's only $3,000. We now have a lot of harvesting to do, so I am tempted. If we look at the price for the day, I'm going to get it at least for 2 days. We have many hours of harvesting coming, and oh, interesting. I wonder if this overdraft fee is because we're in the hole. Don't know. But what I do know is that even though we're in the hole, it'll at least let us rent the full price, and I'm gonna do that. It is now, should be sitting out here waiting. Let me go back around the front of the building, and we're gonna hook our combine up, and we're gonna get to it. There it is, right behind it. And our combine admittedly looks hideous. I am really hopeful this harvest season that I can get fully out of debt. You'll see now we're at 51. And I'm just going to crank this thing up. And once we get out of debt, one of the things I'd sorely like to get is a pressure washer, so we can take proper care of our equipment and not just depend on a rain shower to wash things off. It really is a yellow combine that we have under all this dirt. All right. We are going to head out to the field. Since we're over here, let's just kind of take a look and see here. Actually, probably should go in here. Well, actually, we're right here. Let's look real quick at the price of barley, which we have. It isn't so good over here at Denny's farm, the farm shop, but I think the Pheasant Pluckers still has the best deal. And you know, I've talked before about creating a mod that would track prices. That's still kind of something I think I'd want to do. As you can see, we don't have anything in storage, so we have to get harvesting to take advantage of this. Both are kind of headed down. Barley at least is the higher of the two, so I'm glad we planted barley this go around. So 242 per ton, metric ton, I believe that's what it is. And I think that's the highest price, so that is telling us we need to take anything we harvest clear across the valley for sale. But all right, let's head out to the field. We have number 25, field number 25, dead ahead. And let's see if I can get this old crate to turn around the corner. Actually, I could probably enter the field up here. Let me see. Glare on the windshield. I think there's a small... No, that isn't going to work. You know what, I almost think down below the lower gate, I had to do a little... I had to jerry-rig the gate so that it took collisions off and was able to kind of pass through it. When the header widened here a little bit, it limited kind of the spaces I could get into, but the map author made most of the fields have a second. Yeah, this gate is really scarcely any wider. He at least had wider gates available on most of the fields. Oh, that's cutting me off. Maybe I can get just around this post. There we go. Nobody looked too hard. Ah, this is great. I love harvest. Helps us get realize the fruit of our labor. So let me see here. I think, yeah, we're just gonna. It's auto combine, and it should go around the field. Achievement unlocked. I don't know what that means. We're dropping a swap that we can pick up later. So, because we're going to come through here with our baiter and hopefully get some additional funds taking care of all the bales. No, come on, don't, there's, the outside round is always a little ticklish, as I say. Let me see if it's able to see that ahead. Come on, you can get up and around. There you go. Wait a minute. I am not noticing any seed in my tank. What the soup? Folks. I don't know what that... Oh, there we go. Well, that is bizarre. Was I just seeing things? Now it's showing. But it showed a 0 there for a while. Oh, that's... Okay, that must be it. Let me see, is there anything kicking my log? A few little physics errors. That's kind of bizarre. Invalid fruit type soybean. Yeah, I don't know what all that means. Anyways, it appears it is bringing in the crop now, and it looks like we're getting a pretty decent return now as it's going around, so I like seeing that. And pretty soon I think I'm going to let it just go on its own. I love being in the harvester though. There's just something about it I've always enjoyed. I like seeing also some of the changes we made to it to make it a little bit more realistic as it's straw out of the back end on the ground. I know I did a small series on how that was changed. Oh, come on, you can get around the corner here. Sometimes I wonder if I should just manually do the outer round. Alright, let's see if I can hire it again. It always seems to kind of cut the corners off when it goes around a bit. Yeah, like it's doing just slightly there. Alright, we're already halfway full. I'll maybe stick with it just to help him get around this corner up here, and then I'm going to go get the tractor or trailer and start taking care of some business here. No, don't climb the wall. Come around the corner. Usually, I think once you get the outer round established, it does pretty well on auto combine. It definitely was the stronger of the two auto mods that were available in Farm Sim 15. There was an auto combine and an auto tractor, and most of the people I've ever talked to, enjoyed using the auto combine mod. Here I have it set again, all ready to go. But the auto tractor mod just didn't work as well. Oh, it's already full, so we're going to tab over. and get ready to go. Oh, and I'm seeing now I should have filled it with fuel before I left home, but I neglected to do that. Oh well. Yeah, the auto tractor mod, it just didn't quite work as well as hoped. Oh, look at that thing. He's going to jam it into a fence. I get into more trouble with fences and ditches on this map than you can shake a stick at. Let me see if I can get up there and go help him out. Alright, move ahead. Here we go. Higher. Alright, it should do alright for now. I'll try to come up here and offload him as he goes. Alright, there maybe he'll offload a little bit. You know, I think of past harvests, I've occasionally hired an old truck to haul. Maybe I should be doing that now even, just to have a little more capacity. I don't remember what this trailer hauls. I don't think it's even 10,000 liters. So what it means is there's going to be lots of trips going back and forth, and I may end up doing some of this off cam. This whole series I've pretty much done everything on cam. Very little's been done off cam, and just dragged everybody through it, but I don't know. Who knows what people want to watch. There we can see the sunrise continue to come. I wonder how colored the sky is going to get. It's another one of the sky textures used in the Sky Swap mod that I brought in here. I always like seeing it. I'm kind of turned to the west over here. Yeah, we still kind of... It's one of those wraparound sunrises where the color hits the entire sky. So this is probably about where he's going to be coming through again. So, and you know, what I probably could do is head over to here, because now as I think on it, there also is another thing I need to do, which is start windrowing these fields and getting them ready for baling. I just remembered I don't follow the combine. With my baler, I end up, you know, windrowing it. Let me see, do I have a route that I can send him over? Let's see, I'm on field number 25. Do I have a home to field 25? I don't. Beef to store. I think I'm on the beef farm. Beef to store might be the closest I can get, which will get me over there, so I think I'm going to send him on his way, so I at least have him over there and available. Come on, turn down, follow the course, please. No, not that. Oh, I see what he's doing. Come on, pick it back up. Ah. Yeah, at these first few points, it kind of cuts it off right there. Here we go. Now I think he'll do it. Let me turn this off. Well, somewhere in here I could turn it off, right? Show waypoints. Here we go. Start and end. Activate. Alright, back to the harvest field. He's probably going to be close to dumping him out when he comes around again. So now is going to begin the typical tough slog of harvest, and we're going to just have to tough it out and make our sales as we go. And I was kind of secretly hoping this would all fit in a single trailer. I probably shouldn't hope that. I should hope for a larger harvest. and it appears it is indeed going to take more than a single trailer. The trouble is I don't have a route taking this clear over to pheasant pluckers. You know, with prices headed down, I don't want to jeopardize this. I think this is a pretty good price, if I recall correctly. So I'd like to be able to move my barley at that price while it's there. Yeah, I really like that header. Maybe I should figure out a way to turn it yellow so it matches the combine. I like seeing that auger in there rotating. Come on, you can get around the corner. I haven't seen it put its arm out, but it's got to be getting close. So we'll just come up here, we'll offload him, and I'm going to take this across the valley. Whoop. Oh, okay. I am full up, folks. So we're going to head across. And at some point, you know, I was noticing in courseplay, I do have a number of combi routes set up. And I don't know that I want to set one up here. But maybe I should. I don't know that I'll head out there. But if I head out to down here, maybe I can get a combi route. Combi meaning offload of the combine. Oops, I just drove through the crop. I kind of have to start up here to get a decent, those first 2 points. Alright, let me see if I can do this, if I remember how. This is still on the combi course, and I'll start course recording. We are down over here, and pheasant pluckers is way over here, so I think I need to come up this route here. I might have to consult this a time or two to make sure I make it across the valley. But here we go. There's my first one. There's 2. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting the points coming a little more regularly. Hey, there comes our other guy, so he'll be available. This is where courseplay is so handy. I know sometimes, you know, in here, there's been so many times, you know, especially on the combi stuff, where it just doesn't quite work the way you would like it to. And I know I've been teased a number of times by some friends to just give up on it, especially on this map, which has loads of hard objects and just makes it difficult to use combi effectively. A lot of times in maps, I know there's one other that I play in the Farm Sim 15 series, Glen Elliott's called, and on there the map author chose to take collisions off a lot of hard objects just to make it easier for those that use mods like courseplay. Yikes, this is moving me around on the road. I'm gonna drive carefully. I think I'm headed up the right way. Ooh, gotta be careful through here. Another thing that helps me out in here is a mod that I kind of put into the map. Kind of a hokey thing, but I made a trigger for all the traffic to go through, like that car that's just going by right now. And every single one of them has their collisions removed as a result of going through the trigger. Oh, and even as I drive through here, I like seeing that all this beautiful barley is ready for harvest. Please tell me I'm going the right way. I don't come up this road very often, so hopefully I'm headed in the right direction, maybe. There it is, swing back. I'm still just enjoying this map. I know I'm past 150 episodes now, I don't care what version you play, this is just still a stellar map that Wild Wild West put together. Alright, now I'm trying to remember, when I get up to here, do I head down? I kind of think I do. Yep, I keep going this way. And we've been on this road many times before, coming back the other way. We have a series of fields just beyond this pond. Yeah, heading up to the left there. Yep, there we can see the edge of one right there. We shoehorn some barley in. At least with setting up a route for courseplay, it's kind of like dropping breadcrumbs on the ground. We'll know the route and back to the field by just following these green dots we have set up for ourselves here. The next episode I may set up or rent another vehicle. I think there was a grain truck that might hold just enough more to reduce the number of trips. Okay, are we getting to pheasant pluckers? Hello, I think we are here. Alright, we're going to come in the back way. We'll turn around here. Now make me some money. And oh, I'm trying to remember, do I need to, I don't know that I need to pause, right? There's some money coming in. Not that much. Oh, blimey, barely got below 50. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough slog. Yeah, I don't think I have to put a pause or anything in there. I think it'll just drive through, and when it hits the trigger, it knows what to do. Now, I'm going to head back out to the field, and I don't know that I can totally turn them loose with the combine. Frankly, the combine's probably going to be sitting there waiting for me, already full up. But that's okay. It always takes a little bit of time to establish the routes, and I'm pretty sure that once I have this route, it'll work even if I have a grain truck or some other form of transportation for the grain here. Head on down the road. I always try to drive extra careful when setting the route up, but bloopers still happen. I don't know how it is for you when you keep or drive. Look out, human. At least I didn't run anybody over. Also, the setting up of these routes helps me appreciate, too, a new mod that appeared, I think in Farm Sim 17, but that wasn't fully developed until maybe Farm Sim 19, and I think it's in 22 and beyond, and that is the, is it Auto Drive? Is that what it's called? Auto, oh, maybe the name of it's slipping my mind. I know I've talked about it in here before, where rather than setting up specific routes to and from a particular point, you know, like we're doing here, it sets up a network, and then you create stations on the network, and when you want to go from one point on the network to the other, you just tell it to do so, and as long as those points are all properly connected, it'll do just that, and you don't have to spell out a specific route for the vehicle to go from one point to another. That's one part which makes courseplay a little tedious, is just flat out setting everything up for it. But I don't mind. as you play a map and you just accumulate more trails. You know, and we see we went from 51 to 49. I don't know how many loads we're going to have, but it's going to be a tough slog to get back to 0 at least. And, you know, I would remind all of us, we are still in a certain amount of debt. I seem to recall it wasn't 300,000, it was 200 and some, where we borrowed money, we purchased a big field, and so we are doing the best we can. Ooh, yeah, he stopped for us, and we kind of scraped on by him. We could have driven through him if we wanted. Alright, we're getting back to where we were. Around the bend, and we're almost there. I'm assuming a certain number of people listening to this have used courseplay in their own games, and I'd be curious any tips and tricks anybody has with it. I'm always trying to learn something new. And I'd be curious, what's the longest route you've ever set up with courseplay? And, you know, one thing I've noticed, particularly in Farm Sim 17 here, I think we're going to stop. Boom. And this is field 25. So how have we been labeling these? 25 combi to storage. We're going to call this combi to... Most were to storage. Pheasant, 42 to pheasant combi. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to call this... this is field 25. 25 combi to pheasant. That ought to be good enough to remember. Now, let me see. Do I have... I need my combine. Select manually. I don't know where my buttons are. All this I have to do an auto search. Let's see if he can find it. Drive now. Oh, for goodness sake, he's going to go drive the whole route. That's not what I wanted to do. No. Come on. Go find the combine, silly. It's an auto search. It won't let me pick manually, nor does it seem to see the combine that's sitting right up there under its own nose. Can I find it? Hey, now it's located it. So maybe we have enough out of the way around the field that it will see it and pull up just proper to it. Don't go too far up there, pal. Yeah, it seems like it needs several rounds around the field in order for it to properly find the combine. That's not too bad. There we go. We're filling her up. I don't know why you're beeping, bud. Now we'll see for combine. Okay, now here's some of the problems that happen. This is why it needs babysitting. Is it'll pull stunts like this and head straight for... Oh, hey, I'm actually impressed. Look at that. It turned around. But what I don't understand is why it won't let the combine do anything until it's done moving. It's just one of those anomalies of courseplay. Alright, I'm going to leave it here for the moment. I think, let me pull that out of the way. I'm going to go, okay, this tractor over here, let's get rid of this message. He's up here. And let me head him on back out the door. And we're going to, I assume we can go do some windrowing while our combine is working over the field. Then at some point we'll be coming in here with the baler later. And I can at least try to do some windrow. Oops, scrape the fence. think I typically would take a round or two around the field, and then I would do it just back and forth. You know, when it goes for a while in between times that you play in here, you kind of forget some of those things. But that's all right. Does anybody ever set up a course where you record what you're doing in the field? Like right now, if I recorded the whole field, went looped around, I could put the baler, careful. I could put the baler kind of on this same course, and it would follow it around. That way every single time it would be hopefully consistent. Oh, except I didn't want to do that. Oh well, I'll just go up there with the baler. You know, I asked earlier what the longest course somebody's ever set up. Probably the biggest courses I've ever done aren't... Well, thank you, Eustace Farmer. There goes the bell. Aren't in point-to-point travel, although I've set up some long ones there. You know, we just did a long route clear to the far side of the map and back. So in a standard-sized map, that's a long route. I play on a 16x map over in Farm Sim 17, and I've had some really long routes in there as well. But probably the longest routes I've ultimately had has been also on that 16x map, not point to point, but in the field. And let me see here. I get this going. I'll just have to kind of bide my time here so I can wait till the combine is done. I think I'm going to start doing some back and forth here. But when you have a massive field and you set up a course play to do something in it, plant, cultivate, whatever, and so it sets up all those courses point to point throughout the field, and if you have a massive field, it is a huge course. And what I've noticed is it starts to impact the load time of the game and some of those things. And so, especially on the largest maps, I've been in the habit of just deleting the course out of there when I save the game. Sometimes, you know, if I don't need it any longer, because I've noticed the game just takes longer to load whenever you have that sitting in the system. But anyway, our bell went. We are off and running in field number 25, starting our harvest. Just a small little field, but I'm thankful we're starting, and hopefully we can, yeah, look at that. We already crept over 50,000 again, probably just the cost of the folks that we've hired in course play. So we have a tough mountain to climb here to earn some money to get back out of debt and on firm financial footing. But we have more property, so we hopefully have a crack at it. Thank you for coming along for the ride, and I hope to see you on the next one. Goodbye for now.